All right, hello again. I'm Maneli Jamal. I'm an acoustic guitar player from Canada, and today we're going to be looking over one of my songs called Kora. And this is the chorus section. This is the percussive part of the song. It's got a lot of different things going on with the hands, so let's dive right in. So first things first, let's go over the tuning. The tuning is going to be D sharp, G sharp, D sharp, G, G sharp, and then D sharp. So this is the same tuning as one of my other songs called Javoon. Now let's dive right into the chorus section of this song called Kora. So with this, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to basically hover our third finger here on the 12th fret. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do something called what I like to call a palm hit or a percussive strike. And this is basically doing a palm hit at the same time that you're striking your fingers down on the strings, okay? More or less just hitting the lower three strings here, okay? So when I'm doing this, I'm going to go like this. So we have a percussive hit, so a little bit of a stronger hit, then an up, and then now I'm going to do with basically my thumb pick and strumming all of the strings on the 12th fret harmonic. So now that when we're going into this, that's the first three notes there. So I'm going to do a palm hit, strike down. Now index and middle finger are going to go on strings 3 and 4 on frets 11 and 12. This is a very important chord to hold because we're going to move this exact same thing down 2 frets in a second. So as we're doing this, now I'm going to use my middle finger and basically hit on the side of the guitar. Okay, you can do that up here too if you don't want to play it down there. It's up to you. So as you can see, we did a hammer on without having to play the notes. Okay, so you can see I'm doing a pull off here and hammering it on onto frets 8 and 9. So now the next step from this beginning of this bar, we have a palm hit, middle finger, pull off with the middle finger here. Then I'm going to do basically a hammer on with the middle finger in the 9th fret, and then pull off at the same time that you do the pull off. You're going to do a palm hit, then 5, going to do a hammer on the 5th fret, low 6th string, slide that up, then do a hammer on a 9. So there's a lot of fluidity movement going on with the left hand where we're not actually plucking anything. So really slowly it sounds like this. Two bars in, 10 more to go. It's not so bad, really. Now I'm going to do a harmonic on the 7th fret across all 6 strings, hammer on the 7th fret, middle finger again on the side. So now we have pull off, hammer on. So the next part of this now is we're going to do a palm hit, strike or percussive hit on the lower 3 strings where that first finger is still there. Slide it. High E string, or how the first string. So now we have this for this section. Now we're going to do a palm hit, index finger in the 9th fret, slide it down to 8, middle finger, 9th fret, 5th string. So really slowly we have this. All right, congratulations, we're 4 bars in. We're almost there, we're almost there. So the next part of this, now that we're on the 9th fret here, we're gonna do another strum with all 6 strings, but we're gonna now move that middle finger to the 7th fret while having that ring finger also on the 7th fret of the 2nd string. So we have a 5th string and 2nd string. Pull off, hammer on, middle finger hit again at the bottom here, pull off, hammer on, then we're gonna do a strum down with the percussive hit, with the palm hit, down, up, move to 6, move to 4, move to 11. So it's that same chord. So now we have, okay, and then after that we're gonna do a pull off, hammer on, back to that middle finger hit on the bottom of the guitar there. Then another pull off and then hammer on. Okay, so really slowly we have this now. The next part now is we're going to do another percussive hit, strum up, 12, 14. So now we're kind of completing the melody that's inside this chorus section here. So really slowly, we have this now. And then we go right back into that 12th fret harmonic, basically looping what we did before from the beginning of the song. And at this point, so up to there is all the same, but when we go to the 7th fret harmonic this time, we're now going to do something a little bit different. So kind of like an A and a B section, right? So with this section, we're going to do a strum with the 7th fret, hammer on the 7th fret of the D of the 4th string. Going to do a middle finger hit. So we have then pull off. Now this time we're going to hammer on into the 4th fret of that finger. Now comes a little bit of a tricky part because at this point we're going to be using our middle finger and index finger to do some of the percussion. So now we have this. Okay, so what's going on there? Really slowly. Strum, hammer on, hit, pull off, hammer on the 4, and now palm hit, middle finger, right hand, while doing a hammer on middle finger on the 5th fret, doing a pull off while we're using the index finger, using the middle finger to tap it on the 4th fret to do a little bit of a hammer on, and then slide that, and when we slide it, we're going to do a palm hit. Hammer on that 2nd fret of the 4th string, string 2 and then string 3 open. Okay, so really slow. This is probably the most difficult part. So it's really important that you practice this slowly to get the groove of it, right? So really slowly it sounds like this. Let me go right into that new chord here, which is a 2 on the 5th string, and then we have a 2nd fret here on that 2nd string. So this is a strum, pull off, hammer on, and now I'm going to do a little bit of a artificial harmonic note here. So I'm using my index finger here to touch that 12th fret and my pinky finger to pluck it. Okay, now the next part here is to do a palm hit here, and then basically using my 4 fingers, flicking them out from my palm. Rasgueados, hammer on, pluck that 2 to 0, and then now we're going to do our percussion hit to 2 to 0, then I'm going to hammer that to the 5th string. So now we have this really slowly. And then we have a harmonic slap on the 19th fret, using my middle finger, kind of extending all the other fingers back, so just that middle finger crease is going to touch the 19th fret on strings 4 and 3. And then we're going to do a pull off, and then a hammer on. Okay, so really slowly we have this. And then the same thing. Then we go right back to the beginning of that chorus and repeat everything again. Okay, I know that was a lot of information, and I hope some of you got something out of this, whether it's a new technique or maybe some melodic ideas. So I really hope you enjoyed this lesson. And if you did, please leave a comment or a message down below. And if you want to check out more of this music and even see the full video of this, feel free to check out Kora on YouTube or Facebook. Thanks, guys.